there we go. It's Friday tea time. Work for the week's over, time for a little drink. And breaking news coming out today with an interview with the Telegraph. Charlie Methven has said there's no takeover. It's only investment, and that Stuart Donald and Charlie Methven have never ever said it's a takeover. It's only investment. That is a big letdown, big disappointment. I thought in an interview or a tweet from Stuart Donald, he said talks of a takeover is 50-50, better than 50-50. This was only a week ago, but Charlie Methven's come out today with an interview with the Telegraph. And what he said is, after reports earlier in the week that a potential deal with MSD Partners had collapsed, Stuart Donald told fans he remained very hopeful and that there will be an update at the weekend. There has been a lot of rumours and things said that are simply not true, Charlie Methven said. Now what Charlie Methven goes on to say is that the talks to attract investor, we have never said it was a takeover. Really? Remains ongoing. Now we all know every Tom, Dick and Harry, every media coverage from all the newspapers, from all the radio stations, everything coming out of certain social medias have all said it's a takeover. We've seen them in the stands. But Charlie Methven now is backtracking. He's saying it was only to attract investors to invest in the club because Stuart Donald and Charlie Methven are not going to sell their shares. What it goes on to say is the talks to attract an investor, we have never said it was a takeover, remains ongoing. Those discussions that have been going on for some time, but we must stress, this is about planning for the future in the Championship, but we need to get promoted first. So that means as we're in League One, there's going to be no takeover. We need to find investors to invest in the club so we can get a good manager in who can take us to the Championship, when possibly then there could be a takeover. Goes on to say, even if the new money that came in now, we wouldn't be able to do much with it in League One because of financial fair play rules. But we have always said we want to plan ahead. There is no great urgency, but I understand some people are frustrated by that. But we cannot force people to part with their money, and as things stand, they may or may not want to invest in the club. But that has not had an impact whatsoever on the decision to sack the manager. We always plan to look at how things were going after the first quarter of the season and after the first 11 games. With 3 quarters of the season still remaining, we do not feel things were going to get any better under Jack Ross. This is an interview with the Telegraph with Charlie Methven, and he goes on to say, some people felt we removed Ross too soon. Others think we took too long. We will only know whatever is the right decision in the fullness of time. But our whole sole aim is to get promoted this season, and we are currently working thoroughly a fairly conventional process of identifying the right person to get us into League One. Some were prioritising League One manager Mark Robins, but he's rejected. Apparently on Wednesday, Coventry were approached by Sunderland to take Mark Robins to Sunderland, but Coventry and Mark Robins rejected it. So there we go. Stuart Donald and Charlie Methven have never ever said it was going to be a takeover by MSD. It was never going to be a takeover. It was never going to sell their shares. The shares were never going to be sold. It was only to invest in the club so that we can get promoted to League One. Now surely somebody from the club, either Stuart Donald out of all the interviews he's been having, or even Charlie Methven, before now could have came out straight away and quashed them rumours and said there's no takeover happening, building everybody's hopes up, all the fans out there, thinking we're going to be the next Man City. It's a massive dream, and I would have loved it to happen, and so would the next bloke, so would every single Sunderland fan, with a majority anyway. And nobody's came out from the club and said, look, these are the rumours are not true. We are not being taken over. We just want investors. And they've let that go on for how many weeks now? It's absolutely ridiculous. Stuart Donald, you know fine well that everybody thought was going to be a takeover. Why have you let this drag on? And then, through Charlie Methven, via some newspaper, the Telegraph of all papers, letting the Sunderland fans know that way is absolutely ridiculous. I'm disappointed so much in these two at Sunderland Football Club. Doesn't mean I won't stop backing them, because they, at this moment in time, they own Sunderland Football Club and we have to support Stuart Donald and Charlie Methven. But there's going to be no takeover while we're in League One. Big disappointment. Things just keep getting better and better. Now I need a drink. No takeover, and at this moment in time, no investment. And there's no money to spend because of the financial fair play rules, even though we've sold massive money earners like your Matthews, your Catamores, your Oviedos. We got rid of James. We're getting rid of Honeyman, who's probably on a decent wage as well. And there was one or two others to boot. And we brought nobody in. We paid no money out at all in the transfer window, only on wages. So surely we must be well under the financial fair play rules for this league at this moment in time. But there's no money to spend and we're not being taken over in this season anyway. There we go. Sorry to have bad news. This is what Charlie Methven's, this is what he's put out with the Daily Telegraph. He hasn't bothered coming and speaking to the fans, speaking on the BBC radio to the likes of Nick Barnes. Just, I'll sneak this one out there and pretend there was never, ever, ever any takeover going to happen. Oh. Well, we move on to new manager. Who do you want as Sunderland's new manager? Do you want Stencil? Or Stendhal, not Stencil, Stendhal. Done a good job at Barnsley, got them promoted at Barnsley, only to have their board, the owners, sell 4 really good players, four of these best players behind his back, so they can't compete in the Championship and they're in the bottom 3. And he wasn't happy with that. So it wasn't really a second, it was mutual agreement, and there is some sort of massive protest at Barnsley because the Barnsley fans absolutely love Stendhal and they want him back. They're protesting. Petitions and all sorts going on because they do. I've got people who come on this channel and tell me they love this manager and he's done an absolutely fantastic job at Barnsley. So would he be a good candidate to take Sunderland to the Championship? Probably would be, yes. Then we have Cook from Wigan. I don't know much about Cook. Does anybody else know much about Cook? And then we got Ainsworth, but apparently Millwall are trying to get Gareth Ainsworth. They're going to put in some sort of request to speak to Gareth Ainsworth. So I can imagine them wanting to go to the Championship rather than League One. So really, we've only got a small handful of people to come to this club. And I think the players, Chris Hughton, ex-Newcastle manager, is that an issue? In the past, it probably would have been. But at this moment in time, Chris Hughton, absolutely fantastic manager, brilliant job at Newcastle United. On a small budget, brilliant job at Brighton, got Brighton promoted. Absolutely fantastic. But Chris Hughton is one of these guys who want a long-term future at a club. He likes to build his team, build his club, get them promoted and do really well in. So Chris Hughton, yes, I would have Chris Hughton and I would have Stendhal. They're the two, I think now, after I've looked around at all the candidates, they're the two realistic ones I'd like to have in. So the ex-Barnsley Stendhal or Chris Hughton's my two. Who do you want in at Sunderland Football Club? Please leave your comments below. And what's your thoughts on the takeover? Are you disappointed? Do you think we've all been led a merry dance? This could have been nipped in the bud a long time ago. Well, enjoy your weekend. Please subscribe to the channel. Please give this video a like. And let's hope we can find a manager who can bring the good times back to Sunderland. Who can get the best out of this bunch of players, because we've got a good bunch of players from the football club. We need someone to get the best out of them, to get it organised, to get the passion, the drive, the want, the need. You want to go up there and you want to win every single match of football for Sunderland Football Club and you want to give 100%. Let's hope a new manager could come in and not just do that, have the tactical awareness to sort out this team and give them something to go out there to believe in, believe they can do the best on the pitch with good tactics. Because we have the team there. We may not have the speed in the team or the wingers, but we have a base of a really good side, and this side should be doing better than we are. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel again, and we'll see you later. Enjoy your weekend.